Well, hello there and welcome to my channel. My name is Lesley Pazdzioch. It's such a pleasure to have you join me in this video. In this video, I kind of just really felt like I wanted to share some things about our self-concept, who we think we are, and also about how to change some of those things that perhaps maybe aren't serving us to our betterment. And a lot of our self concept comes from our upbringing and the families that we are born into, the situations that we experience throughout our lives. And these are all foundational pieces that build on each other. And it's through these interactions, it's from that um, perhaps the core of well, actually, the foundations of our of our self-concept really must come from the inner aspects of who we are. And if we don't really understand who we are, or really understand those basic foundations within ourselves, then our experiences can really start to dictate the concepts that we feel about ourselves, the beliefs that we hold about ourselves. But when we really dig down inside and start really introducing kind of ourselves to ourselves, we really can find out that those aspects of our life, or the things that we feel about ourselves, when they're uncomfortable, those are the aspects that we have the ability to change. And I know self concepts have a lot to do with, how we treat ourselves and how we allow others to treat us as well. And I think that it's really important when you start looking at this self concept. And if we do this from a foundation within ourselves, we have the ability to really start paying attention to the emotions, the thoughts, the feelings that we're having in certain situations, because those are indications that perhaps we need to either embrace because they confirm the way we want to feel about ourselves, or they are a way for us to know and learn that whatever it is in that given situation, that's really not true to our nature, to our core nature. And when I talk about this, I mean there's a foundation within all of us, the very core of us. It's the soul part of us, the part that came here to really live our best lives. And the situations that we are born into, rather they are something that adds to us, or something that really sets those challenges in our life that we get to then decide, is this really the foundation, and is it really the building block that I want to start building my life from. And oftentimes we don't realize that we have the opportunity to change that, realizing that the areas and the situations that we're born into are opportunities for us to really take a look at it and say, is this how I see myself? Is this how I see my life moving forward? And are these really the foundations that I'm going to choose to live the rest of my life from? And this could be in all different aspects, whether it's economical situations, whether it's the foundations that how people have treated us throughout our life, um, how we have perceived ourselves, and from these situations, and then we start to move forward in our lives holding on to these beliefs. And what's really kind of beautiful, and it's very uh, hopeful, is to realize that whatever those foundations are, we have the ability to change them. Because when we start living, and we do this from living from the core of who we are, from living from the inside of us outward, and it's building these foundational aspects of who we are from the very core of us, and what we believe is true about ourselves, and what we believe that we have the ability to change. And I would like to really encourage people to really start noticing if there's aspects of your life that you don't really feel a strong, positive, motivated aspect of yourself. These are the areas that they're letting you know that these are things that you get to change. They are areas that you get to build upon. And personally, I know for a fact that nothing's set in stone. And when you live your life from the very core of who you are, when I say that, I mean live from the soul, because you're here for such an amazing purpose, and it's to make changes. And oftentimes, when we're born into situations that maybe are really not conducive or pleasant for us, we have those abilities to change those perspectives. Those are opportunities that are given to us to say, you know what, this is what I was. Uh, Family dynamics, the core family that I was born into, but I don't necessarily agree with the way things are going or the way that things are. And it gives us an opportunity to say, this is an area where I really want to make a change. And remember, we're all here in this lifetime to make changes that we within our lives, as we make these changes in our own personal lives, that gives us the opportunity to make changes, a rippling effect throughout our interactions with others. And it sets the more of a firm foundation for us to be moving forward with. You know, we are the ones that create our lives. We are the ones that get to determine who we are. And sometimes we're going to make choices and decisions that we really don't understand from certain emotions or certain circumstances. And when we make mistakes or we don't live up to our expectations of who we are for buried reasons, um, for beliefs that we have in ourselves that we really want to make a difference in. We have that ability to do that. And when we start living from the core of who we are and building that solid foundation of, of what we want, who we want to be from our principles, from our ethics, from our morals, and we start living our own personal truth, life really begins to take on a whole new meaning. And we're really actually starting to be guided through um, through our lifetime. And I really think that it's important when we look at self-concept to realize that our the true self-concept comes from the core of who we are. It comes from our soulful being and those foundations that we choose to set within ourselves. So I hope this really helps you as you start to move forward in your life, and that you really start to look at really what's at the core of you. What is it that you want your life to look like? And if there's something in your life, in some area or aspect of your life, that's not resonating to your highest and better good and your highest and better self, the way that we know these things is by looking at how we're feeling and what we're thinking, and really lining up our minds with our bodies to our soul purpose. You know, we all have a soul purpose when we come here. And once we align these things for our own better good, things really start to really change in our life. And I just want to encourage you to really align yourself with, align your mind with the thoughts that you think that, know that you're deserving, know that you are worthy of everything in your life that's important to you. Make those changes within yourself, within those environments, within who you really know yourself to be from an authentic level. And this all starts with knowing thyself. Know who you are, know who you stand, what you stand for, know what is important to you, and what do you hold valuable? What's valuable to you? What is it that you want most out of life? What is your heart telling you? You know, we have our minds that think, yes, and we have our physical bodies that take action, but really following our heart and our soul, things that bring out the best of us, um, from an internal perspective. And if you want more information on how to do this, please check out the link in the description below and look into the course that there's a course that I have on my website. It's really truly going to help really balance out and solidify those inner belief systems and help you set those solid core foundations. I hope this video has helped you, and if you have any comments, please leave them below.